No. Actually, no. How about this? If if he
Oh
doesn't
wow, we're
come,
finally live. I wasn't live when I sent all those links. I'm sorry guys about that. Or maybe we were live. I don't know. Point is, let's just go over this page again. Pretty epic. Was not expecting another Sandy call. But damn, this right here. You see this? Oh god. Hold up. I gotta make it big HD for this.
whoa, whoa.
Good. Next time I'm over, they can entertain you while I shop. Damn! Ice cold, man. Sandy is like spicy. You know what I'm saying? Like that is. Ooh, man. That is. I like that. I mean, I don't like that she said that, but damn, Tashi, fucking wilding on him today. Haha. And when will that be? He kind of shot back, but it'd be like that. Then again, it's not like Lucy hasn't said worse things to him. So I don't know. Both of them are kind of not great. But we're gonna be talking about this. First of all, Alejandro Pumpkin. Let's go. Alejandro. I almost called him Pinocchio, Paulo, and Amaya Pumpkins. Like, I like this one. This is like desktop background worthy. Also, Daisy do be thick. But we are here to talk about these pictures. Holy shit, when they came up on the feed, I was like, damn, boy!
Oh, is it the Sandy one?
What?
Is it the Lucy and Sandy one?
Yeah, I'm talking about that one.
Oh yeah, that's spicy.
I was like, damn, boy! Damn, boy!
Hey, thick though. They do be thick.
They do be thick. Hold up, I gotta find it.
You're not posting the third image, okay?
Wait, no,
I
no,
think.
no, 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 I gotta find the, yeah, the Anthony Fantano one, video.
Oh.
Hold up.
That second image though, the second image where they're like, where she's holding on to Lucy's.
Yeah, she do be grabbing the entire butt.
Does she do that to Mike when they're alone?
Why isn't the, This is me.
Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy. Damn.
Yeah, that was me. that was me. I might actually end up making a meme video about that. Let's see. Thick. Is there a green screen? I know I misspelled that horribly.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do a meme video of these. Oh, well, this is not a great green screen background, but this one is.
Oh yeah. Damn, boy. Damn, boy.
These are really well done.
Boy,
good job.
Thick ass boy.
S McG. Good job. I would comment on there, but I am banned, so I can't. But we do love your art here. Good job. You had the spit. That's the one. That's the part that I was like, damn. I was like, you got the spit and everything. Where is he? Where is Amazil? He said he was ready for today. I wanna. Oh shit. He works till 3 p.m. today. Uh-oh. 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 You can't see anything?
So we have to hold this up until 3? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Well, what are we going to do in those 2 hours? I don't know if I should end stream and just pick it up at 3 or 3:30
Uh,
or what. There is a movie that I'm going to go see tonight, so I
yeah,
can't be on all night.
yeah, but how about this? Maybe like at 3, we actually no, since Humphrey did the whole event thing, we could probably redo it. Like what? Oh wait, never mind. He originally planned it to be on the 31st and then the 6th of November. But I don't know about that. So probably we could just do it at 3, and then like try to make it quick.
All
You do
right.
your little
Let's see.
you do your little intro, and then we could get on with our lives for Halloween. Because whatever happens, what do you mean?
Credit card theft.
I don't know if it could work though, cause
Okay, I gotta figure something out. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at BCB videos in the next 2 hours. I'm so sorry, guys. For some reason, I completely blanked out on he's working till 3, but that's okay. There's plenty of things that we can do, including, like I said, look at these pictures, and let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see. Let's do this.
how about this? We could just do a little special where we just read that one specific fanfic I sent you.
You sent me a fan fiction?
You don't remember the one I that the crappy one of Mike and Lucy?
I don't remember that.
It's like the one I was reading it off one time when we were like on call. And yeah, it's like literally, it's literally the same thing, which is, like kiss, like make out, get break up, and then repeat. And then get back together and then repeat. Like the same thing over and over again.
I don't remember. I mean, I remember you probably read a fan fiction. I just don't remember specifically what it was. Oh, I think I kind of remember. Yeah, I did write a Halloween-based BCB fan fiction. Let me go over a few things about the channel real quick. So the first thing is, if you guys have not, we hit 152 subscribers, which is great. If we get to 200 subscribers, I'm going to cosplay as Augustus. I don't know how. I will find a way. I might have to end up cutting my hair short so I can put a wig over it. Yeah, my beautiful hair gone. But if you guys haven't watched the Candyverse Explained, I'm basically asking for authors in the community to join us and in like bringing their stories to be a part of the Candyverse of Chaos. I haven't had anyone message me yet, so there's that. I didn't expect to hear from anybody is the thing. I think there is a video that I think could be made. There's a much larger discussion I think that could be made, but I don't know if now is the right time to do that, and I don't know if it's actually going to improve anything, so if it's not, then I won't make it. But I thank you guys for the support. My videos are consistently getting... We hit 2,000 views on the Lucy Dance video? Shee! My videos are consistently getting over 100 views, 150 views. A lot of them are getting up to 200, 300 views. It's really incredible how much this channel has grown. And I really want to start doing more. I can only do but so much when I'm like soft blocked on the outside of the community, and there's a lot of talented artists that are dedicated to this community that I just cannot get in contact with because of the way things are. And I have been thinking about making a push to try to get unbanned. I don't know how we're going to do that, but I really would like... I think that I have proven over the last year that this channel can be successful, that these videos, people really enjoy these videos, and that it would be more beneficial to have me be part of the official community where I could do more than it would not be. There are a lot of people that have been introduced to this comic through these videos, and I feel like it's a valuable resource. So there it is. The numbers show that this is what the people want, and I'm going to continue to make videos. I have a lot of fun ones coming down the line. I have a video about what I would do if I were to direct a BCB movie. I put a lot of work into that one. You guys saw a little bit of how that video will feel with the Kizuna and the Candy vs. Chaos video, which I actually made several weeks after that one. It's just a matter of alternating between the live stream weeks and the main video weeks. I should be good on videos for the rest of the year. I have a lot of videos in the backlog that I made like months ago that I just haven't uploaded yet. I do need to start working on some more meme videos. With that being said, we're going to take a look at some BCB playlists that have been made. And
oh yeah, there's a good one. I think one of the people here in the server posted one. It's Karsich.
Yeah, Karsich. I feel like this playlist had more on it. I could be going mad. Yeah, a lot of this playlist is just my videos. They deleted my Discord porn server. A lot of Leslie's videos. What's up?
Some of my videos are in there.
Do you have videos on here?
Yeah, it was like of a BCB like soundtrack I wanted to do, but I stopped when one of them got copyrighted.
I also want to announce, I won't say too much about it, but a project that I've been working on for nearly a year now is about to come to fruition. And we're finally going to get it done. I'm very excited for you guys to see it. I've worked so hard on this, and everyone's worked so hard on this. I cannot wait to get it out there. Hopefully I can get it out there sometime in November or in December. But don't like, you can text to me what you think it is, just don't say it out loud. But if you guys have been watching this channel since the beginning, you know what it's coming, and I cannot wait. But we are going to go down the list and just talk about these AMVs, a lot of which were made 10 years ago, because I don't know what happened. Why did BCB fall off on YouTube? Is it because other websites came up? I don't know. Anyway, let's see.
Are we gonna?
Oh no, it's not the ice. It's not that one. I do need to work on that one, but no, it's something else.
Can you tell me what it is? I won't spoil it.
Dude?
What?
There. That's right. You haven't been here since the beginning. You're relatively new.
Oh yeah, that. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was something else. I'm sorry.
My channel is indeed the first one that appears. I'm not. See, I feel bad because I don't want to like leverage the channel as like, hey, BCB Live. Yeah, that's what we are right now. I don't want to leverage the channel as like, oh, well, you should unban me because of, I don't know. I want it to be amicable. I want it to be like, hey, we're all on the same page here. Let's work together, see what we can do. We're gonna take a look at this video made in 2015 by Bunny Fufu Bunny. See, this is the kind of thing I want to know how to make.
I miss the taste of a sweeter life.
I want to know how to make videos like this.
Me too. I want to know because I need to make some Mike X Amaya stuff.
It's animated. See, this guy has so much effort in his video. I'm gonna spoil a video that I feel like it's not done, but it could technically go up as it is. Let me see.
Actually, there's a really good TikTok creator who makes BCB edits.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really awesome. It's kind of like that similar style. I've sent it to you, didn't I?
Maybe. I don't really go on TikTok, so I know I should. That's a good place to get exposure, but I don't know. It's just That's not for me. Let's see. That's not it.
I'm in love with Chris. I'm in love with. How does it go?
Wait, is it? Does it not? Hold up.
I'm in love with the girl I hate. She enjoys making out every bad thing about me.
This is. That's not it. Don't look at that. That's bad.
What about Bramble Paws?
I tried to friend Bramble Paws and I didn't hear anything back. Let's see.
They made some good BCB content.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is How the Moon Must Feel. It's a good song.
There's Maple Syrup. There's Two Good Things. There's Sylvia, and that's about it. It's good stuff. Good stuff. What about Oh, I like this one. Where Are You Now by Ray Cadden.
Anyway, as you guys can see, that's my version of an AMV, but it's nowhere near as good as these. These are they're so good. There's like animation involved, and it's great. This one's animated too. I don't know what she's saying, but I'm sure it's something. "2009. 2009. If the comic grows, your channel grows too. It sure does.
Which one are you talking about?
Lucy, World Is Mine.
Oh yeah, dude, that song was big back in the 2000s.
Sylvia.
Oh yeah, Red Fox Lisa is an OG.
Oh, this
fan.
is Bramble Paws. Hey, shout outs to Bramble Paws. They do really good BCB art. Their last video was 9 months ago.
Yeah. Wait, which video are you talking about? You talking about the Sylvia?
No, I mean, no, the last video is called Maple Syrup.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
This was done in January. Which, I don't remember what chapter was in January.
Yo, Rob, are we gonna do it? Are we gonna watch the Webcomic Relief review of Bittersweet Candy Bowl?
Never. I'll never watch that.
It's 1 hour. Come on, we can do it.
I already watched it.
Oh, Kitsy! Oh man, I missed Kitsy. Oh god, I missed the stuff.
That was
Kitsy's
so good. What a
What?
wonderful animatic. Great job.
By who? By who?
Bramble Paws, dude. Are you watching the stream?
Oh no, I'm not watching the stream.
Oh well, you should do that. So you know what I'm talking about. Alright, good job. Good stuff. Shout out to Real Gotcha Comic 20 Less. Very cool stuff. There's a
They're on
lot
the
of
server.
BCB stuff. Oh my
They're on the
gosh. Mick
With 34,000 views. That's the most.
Oh no, why? I just want to go back and edit. Oh, the misery.
We got Amazon. We got Shiro-
Amazil. We got
Shiraru.
right here. Comic by Teshi. I assume this is supposed to be Teshi.
Yeah, Teshi has her own YouTube channel. We got.
I know, I'm subscribed. Blink 182. Hell yeah, dog.
Overrated.
No. Amazil has that BCB Fanel energy in these videos. You know, this is old because the art style is like the original soft style. Oh right, I should probably turn off display capture. Good job. Good job on that one. We love that. Is that really the whole... I feel like there was more videos. Most of these are mine. I don't want to just watch my videos. Wait, what happened? Rip BCB Tunes. Oh, is this an Amazon video? Just a nerd. Dang. Oh well. Big Sag. The Webcomic Relief. One day we will get there. I'm sure.
No, you won't. You know you won't.
Did you watch the BCB anime?
Depends.
Depends.
Yo, no way. Look, it's Lackluster. Lackluster has their own YouTube channel, and with only one video. We
This
got
one's Uncharted or unlisted.
We got the Dragon King. We got Kitsy, of course. We got who do we got? We got Masu. Sonic the Shapeshifter. We got Catherine. We got Girl with a Sax.
It's so surreal to see all these people reviewing the comic, like all these bigger YouTubers talking about it.
We got Dark
Well,
Torn.
obviously
we
have a
I don't know how to
rapist
say it. We
in
got
Roseville
Aiken.
High.
Oh my god.
We got Dan Hooper, and we got Marcus Shaw.
Dan Hooper. Now that is a name I've heard often.
Oh no!
What a wonderful animator.
Oh no! Leave. Just leave before you can.
Bittersweet Candy Bowl and Existentialism Part 2. It almost seems like a meme. Girl with a Sax presents 2013, and they said they were reading it for years.
This is the part where I love you too much.
Aww.
'Cause this is hard as it gets.
Like Mike said, why didn't they just date? They could have
I'm
dated.
getting tired of pretending I'm tough. I'm here if you want me.
Why didn't they just date?
They couldn't just date.
Wait, you know what? We are gonna watch the Webcomic Relief. I'm gonna be like Asmongold. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna get my webcam up. Hold on, let's get my webcam up, and I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna watch this video and be like, yeah, exactly, and I'm gonna pause the video and talk for 20 minutes about a single plot point. Hold on.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I'm doing it right now. Watch this.
No, that was a joke. Please, Amazon, please. Oh wait, no. Why did I call you Amazon?
Let's see. Disclaimer. Please watch this episode to the end, even if you may think I'm just a troll or hating on this comic for no good reason. Any and all issues I have with this comic comes from a very real place, which is that I would love for this comic to succeed, and these are but my thoughts on what could do with some changing and what I like. I wish both Veronica and Oliver the best of luck with the comic in the future. Well, this guy was obviously banned, clearly. I mean, this is more or less my feelings towards it, especially when I did that initial review that led to me getting banned. I was like, I think the comic is great. I just think I want the best of success. But there are some issues with it that I think need to be addressed. And some people might say, oh, well, everything's subjective. And that is true. However, I feel like if enough people are having the same issues, then it starts to kind of tread into the, well, maybe this is an actual issue territory.
Yo, we got more people. We got Bitter Comedy. We got Grassy Panties. We got...
What are you talking about? Oh, I thought people to join us. What do you guys think of this intro?
We got David Bailey, who goes on, thoughts about BCB. I think he's like a teacher, like a high school teacher.
Yeah, he says he teaches it in class.
Yeah, and then we got oh hell yeah, we got
Someone
legend.
freaking up. Someone beat me to the BCB Halloween chapter. Damn. Already.
We got Scratch. We got Scratch.
We're gonna read this. Hold up. Amazon sent me, yes, for it is Monday. I'm sorry, Amazon, I'm an idiot. We're gonna read this story. This is Special Treat by ThatJerkRaga. Now I do have a fan fiction. I need to go back over it to like finalize it. It's called A Bittersweet Halloween. It's really good. It was originally just supposed to be a really short thing between Paulo and Daisy, where Daisy stands up for Paulo to some Halloween bullies. And then as I was writing the setup for everything, I was like, oh, but I've written so much setup for it, and it would be a shame to waste it, and wouldn't it be cool if this happened, and if I reincorporated this? And it ended up becoming 16 pages long. So, and maybe even longer. Like I said, I have to go back over and rewrite it. But it will hopefully be up by the end of the day.
Yeah, I know what fan fiction we can read.
If anybody from the official server is watching, tell ThatJerkRaga, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Tell them that I'm reading their story right now, and if they come here, they can watch me read it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Rob, we can. I know what fan fiction we can read.
What?
We can read that one that was written by our lovely friend Square.
No, not at all. Absolutely not. We're not even going to mention what it's called. So we're done with that conversation right now.
But Rob.
No, seriously, no. We're not doing that. Okay. Paulo knew he still looked good as he admired himself in the mirror. He had turned 30 earlier that year, and his belly grown a bit, more than he cared to admit. But in a drab green flight suit and aviators, the Somali looked every bit as cool as Tom Cruise had in movie. He was glad he had picked up a real pair of the sunglasses to go with the costume. He'd be wearing them often. Rach, Paulo called out, not taking his eyes off his reflection. You ready yet? We'll be getting trick-or-treaters any minute.
It's
Yes.
finished.
Bruh.
It's finished. She replied, Paula reluctantly.
Bruh, I'm reading this story. What are you doing?
Okay, fine.
Don't make me mute you.
When can I read a story?
We're gonna be, this is the only story we're gonna be reading. Most of the people just left. It's fine. Just finished, she replied. Paulo reluctantly tore himself away from the mirror and turned to their bedroom door to find his wife posing in the open frame. Rachel was clad in a reflective silver material. Two large wings shot outward from behind her back, a pair of tail rudders sitting on her calves, and a large propeller hat mounted snugly on her head. Paulo's eyes shot wide open. Why are you an airplane? You're a Top Gun. I'm his airplane, she replied. Rachel began a little dance, swooping her wings through the air while making swoosh noises with her mouth. His name is Maverick, Paulo shot back, slightly annoyed. Do you think they just put this guy's name in the title? Rachel paused, cocking an eyebrow in the Somali's direction. Isn't the movie called Top Gun Maverick? Oh, shit, they saw Top Gun Maverick. That was a good movie. That was a really good movie.
Wait. So if Rachel's gonna be the airplane, does that mean Paula's gonna be riding her?
Listen. No sus. Let's see. Well, yeah, he allowed, feeling a little embarrassed that his riposte had blown up in his face. But you're supposed to be Jennifer Connelly's character. Do you even know Jennifer Connelly's character's name? No, the Somali had to admit. He had just assumed that since he was wearing a Maverick costume, that Rachel would dress as the love interest. Paula should have known she would have found something that boring. She would have found that boring. You're not even the right kind of plane. You have a propeller. Yeah, but he flies a propeller plane at the end of the movie, so what are you talking about? Don't engine shame me, she retorted. Besides, if you're good, maybe we can do a little maintenance later. Whoa. Whoa. Paulo felt his cheeks blush as his wife sauntered up to him. She sprung up on her tiptoes and gently laid a hand on his chin, lightly pulling him down for a kiss. The height difference always made the maneuver a little awkward, but neither minded. Their embrace was interrupted by the doorbell. "Trick-or-treaters!" Rachel cried out, breaking free of her husband and quickly snatching a bowl of candy. Paulo followed her to the door, standing by her side as she opened it. "Trick-or-treat!" The three children standing on their stoop sang out in concert. In front, the youngest child, a small tabby girl with no more than 5 years old, dressed as a duck, shimmering blue eyes peering out of the gap in the orange bill. To the girl's right was a poodle boy in a cardboard race car hanging off him by suspenders. A rhythmic thumping sound betrayed his tail knocking against the cardboard. Finally, what could only be the first girl's older brother based on his matching tabby markings and blue eyes, stood behind his presumptive sister in a T-Rex costume, candy bag shoved over her head in anticipation. Two chaperones gave a polite wave in the background. "Oh my God, you're all so cute!" Rachel squealed in excitement. Paula watched as she handled out the candy, bending down to ensure she was at each child's height. She chatted happily with them, asking them about their costumes and letting each have a turn spinning the propeller on her head. As the trick-or-treaters took their leave, she stood at the doorway and waved goodbye. Paulo could see a tear clinging to the corner of her eye. Rachel loved children and had always wanted some of her own. Marrying Paulo had meant that would never happen. There was always a part of the Somali that felt guilty for stripping her of that opportunity, but whenever he mentioned those feelings, she would get furious. Rachel would insist that she understood the decision she made, and that if he loved her, he would respect her choice. Paulo knew she was right, but the nagging guilt refused to fade. Rachel? Yeah, she replied, blinking away the tear and looking up to the Somali with a smile. "You know how we've been talking about adopting? I'm ready. We should do it." Rachel's eyes sparkled and the largest smile Paula had ever seen erupted across her face. Her tail beat the air into submission. "Oh my God, yes! Yes, Paulo! I'll call Abby first thing in the morning. He still does some work for the agency that placed him and Molly. He'll have some good advice. This is so wonderful, Paulo." She shot up and wrapped her arms around Paulo, squeezing him in a vice grip. He returned the hug, planting a kiss on her forehead. She looked back up to him, but her smile quickly slipped. "We're doing this because you want to, right? Don't agree to this just to make me happy." Paulo met Rachel's concern with a smile of his own, but quickly glanced away down their path to the sidewalk as another pair of trick-or-treaters had just started making their way toward the front door. The pair were just as Mario and Luigi. Their parents remained on the sidewalk, leaning into each other, watching their children with loving gaze. Paulo felt a warmth wash over him. Rachel followed his eyes and understood without a word. They were going to be parents. What a good story. What a great story.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
I give it a 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10.
Good, it's good.
Wait, am I...
Why
Why am I not signed in? Hold up. Why am I not logged into, That's weird.
Yeah.
Why am I not logged into Archive?
I want to read another fanfic.
Hold up. Comet E Swooze.
You buffoon, you absolute mongoloid, you fool. Amzel. He's making fun of us.
What?
Amazon's making fun of us in the chat. Not in the YouTube chat, but in the Discord chat.
Oh, I haven't looked.
Let's see. Let's do one more Bittersweet Cannibal fanfic. What do you say?
Which one are you trying to read?
I don't want to do archive around. Let's try to find like older ones.
A lot of the older ones are kind of sus or lost the time. Why am I unable to sign in? I don't remember what my password was.
Unless, hold on, there is one. Yo, what's this?
Come on. Okay, I guess I have to reset my password because I don't remember what the password was. I don't know why I was signed out.
You want to read literally Long Fall by Chrono?
No.
It's literally
Hey,
Davey just falling down the stairs.
You gotta go to bed, son. Oh, just one more fan fiction. Mom pulls open Scarf and Bow, part 1 and 2.
No. We're not reading that. We're not reading that. We're reading something I want, okay? We're reading Love. Wait, no, we're not gonna read Love and Hatred.
We are
That would take us a while.
not
We're doing-
kudos. Okay, we're gonna read this comic right now. This
Which
fan fiction right now.
Which one?
The one special treat. What a cute little idea. Cute
Wait,
little
can't we just-
idea. Rachel
Yo.
X Paulo is such a great ship, and it is neat to see the incompatibility between species incorporated here. I misspelled a lot of words. Please don't rip my head off.
I will.
Here. Happy Halloween.
Yo, when
Yay! What a good story. Good story. Good
when,
job.
when the light came on, Mike and Lucy jumped apart quick as lightning. Their faces were on fire and their costumes in a little bot of disarray.
What are you reading before
The
you
one you
read
sent-
this?
The one you just sent on on the fanfic.
Hello, Bittersweet Disney. We just got finished reading ThatJerkRaga's excellent fan fiction. I have a Halloween fan fiction myself, but I need to still go over it. 16 pages long, probably might be longer. How many words? How many words is this? Where's the word format? Word count. 6.6 thousand words. How you doing, Bittersweet? I hope your Halloween's going great. I hope you get lots of candy tonight. I hope it's a fun Halloween for you. This is gonna be a good one.
You know, it would have been great if we could have been doing that trivia.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I was a big dummy and I forgot that Amazil is working today till 3. So we're kind of wasting time until 3 o'clock. So if there's anything, well,
Wait, can we please read False Idol? Can we please read False Idol?
Where actually I want to do that after we're done reading the main story. The main comic, I want to read January and False Idol. If Amazil wants to read that. They're very good webcomics. But I'm getting ready to talk about the Webcomic Relief. We're just going to go over this one since it's like an hour, and I'm basically going to reply and respond to this guy's review. He's got 29,805 views.
Eat candy bowl.
Also, 152 subs, doing really good. Going over all this information again. If we get to 200 subs, I will cosplay as Augustus, and that will probably mean I will cut my hair short.
You look nice with short hair.
I look nice no matter what kind of hair I got. I could be bald and I still look good.
No, you wouldn't. You would look like Andrew Tate.
No, that's horrible. Andrew Tate is horrible. That's the scariest Halloween costume at all, misogyny.
I really like bittersweet candy bowl. I really don't like bittersweet candy bowl.
That's my feelings exactly. I really like this comic, and then I switch to, I really hate this comic. That's exactly how I feel reading this comic. I love it. No, wait, I hate it. Oh, I like it now. I can't decide.
Hey,
This is how you would
should
look
read
like
Bittersweet
without
Candy
hair.
Bowl. How dare you talk
Look at
shit
the
about Bittersweet
voice
Candy
chat.
Bowl?
This is how
Well,
you
I
look
don't
like, and
Bittersweet
show
Candy
it to
Bowl.
the
I
lovely
really like
people.
Bittersweet Candy Bowl. I think it's one of the best comics
don't
ever.
look like that.
I really don't like Bittersweet Candy Bowl.
He's got a leather jacket just like me. Hold up. Watch this. When I do my big... I'm going to eventually do an omnibus review. I'm going to find a way to get an omnibus, and I'm going to review it. And I'm going to wear my leather jacket just like that guy.
Dude, you can literally, there's literally one going for $14.
Technically not a furry comic, Bittersweet Candy Bowl. Hey, if you don't like house pets, you should go check out Bittersweet Candy Bowl.
House Pets. Oh my god, what a comic. I actually forgot about House Pets. Definitely not a furry comic. Totally not furry comic.
It's a furry
Hey,
comic.
have you heard about Bittersweet Cannibal?
What about Dumbing of Age?
Bittersweet Cannibal is the best drama comic on the
Dumbing
entire
of
fucking
Age.
internet. And I will
Roomies,
gladly read it over and
The
over again as a
Roomies by
bedtime
Andrew
story.
Dickman,
Well, I
which I
don't
don't
like Bittersweet
recommend.
Cannibal, because I don't. Okay, fine, I get it. We're doing it now. Shut the
Yo,
fuck
Better
up.
Days by Jay Naylor. What about that,
See,
Rob?
I love this intro because it perfectly encapsulates the BCB community, where everyone's so split and so divided. It's hot here. I gotta turn this fan off. Hold up. Where everyone's so divided on the comic. It's just constant division. And I brought this up a little bit in the Stacy Pages video, where I put the different comments from the Patreon and 4chan on there, and I'm like, look how different. Look how two different people took two completely different takeaways from the same exact image. There's a much larger video that needs to be made about that, but for now, we're going to continue on with this video. What is this intro? What is this intro? This is such an early YouTube intro. I love this.
Can we start at the same time? I'm not ready.
Well,
Start back at
how about I just share my screen on Discord?
Okay. You wanna be like that? Sure. Shit.
I love this intro. Good intro. Good job. Bittersweet
Horrible.
Cannibal. Look at all that. I love this.
There's no mic.
There's no mic?
Yeah.
Like, you can't hear my mic, or there's no mic in the bowl?
No, I meant there's no mic in the bowl.
Oh. Look at that crazy madman pouring all that sludge.
Take you through my first exposure to Bittersweet Cannibal. I read some of the first pages of the comic, and they're there, I guess. And then I start wondering, what the heck is the big craze about anyway? Because what I'm seeing really isn't grabbing me.
Alright, so this was made in 2016, so a lot of the pages hadn't yet been updated to the new style. So he's reading all the older style pages with the original, the writing, the original art. I actually found the BCB through a meme, and I'm gonna show the meme right now on a meme website. I won't say what website it is, but this is it. This was an edit of Model Girlfriend. And Mike just comes down the hill and he's like, I'm gay.
Can we please get a fanfic on this?
I'm gay. That's hilarious. You know what? He might as
Yeah.
well be. He's gay for James now. That's the canon.
To be fair, Rob, I mean, Sandy would turn anybody off.
Not Lucy,
so
apparently.
I go online and type in Bittersweet Cannibal into Google, and sure enough, there's sites upon sites about this is the best comic in the world.
This
or,
is the
Nope.
best Where are you reading that? Where are you reading that at?
This is not, nobody says that.
Oh,
Nobody
my
says
God.
that.
Some people say that. I think it's really good and it's entertaining, but is it the best one in the world? I don't know. I don't know about that.
It's aged
top 10
horribly.
favorite webcomics, and even a bunch of.
I actually think BCB has aged very well.
No, it hasn't.
I think
You know what's
I
like
think, and the
watching
reason I say
video?
that is because I feel like the first volume is really, really, really good.
It is.
It might
It's
be
amazing.
some of the best that this comic has to offer, which I know it sounds like, oh, well, it all went downhill from there, but there was still really good things that happened. I just feel like as far as something that is a general crowd pleaser that I think everyone can universally agree on was really good, was those first several chapters. We're talking about like up to the
Confrontation.
end of volume 1. Yeah, I would say up to Confrontation is fantastic. I don't think there's any chapters that I would say weren't good. You do have... Let me pull up the archive.
I'd say the worst ones were the intermissions.
I'll say Puppy Love does feel like a retread of Prom Preparation, But outside of that, everything was pretty great. I really like Unfulfilled Fantasy. I really like everything up till Hot Pursuit. Everything was just like, chef's kiss. Really good. Field Day was really good. But
and then Volume 2 ruined it by saying, "Oh, you could just skip all of this and get the rehash."
a furry artist drawing Lucy, was it like the really high detailed one? Hold up.
Yeah, I know that one. It's scary.
No, it's not. It looks
Come
great.
Come on, can we please get on with the review?
All right. We're gonna keep watching.
Erotic fan fiction. Lucy's eyes.
Oh no.
I love this guy's getup. I love the leather jacket with the gamer chair and the manga and the projector in the background, the fingerless gloves.
Shit!
No, stop it,
She
stop.
squirmed, her toes curling as his thick cock pressed impossibly.
Whoa! What is
I
he
told you.
reading?
I told you to stop.
Wait, hold up.
His eyes lit up in worry. Shit! Yeah! She squirmed, her toes curling as his thick cock pressed impossibly deep into her pussy as he took full
Please stop. Just skip it.
of the position they were in. You like it deep like that? Fuck! Do it! I wanted you to fuck me for years! Do it! What the fuck? But
Who wrote that?
I
I don't remember reading that story. Was that a Chronos story? I don't remember that story. It must have been taken down. I don't remember reading that one.
Who do you think is the character that she's like, you know, having?
Oh no, that's
that
definitely
moment with?
Lucy and Mike.
Could it be Mike?
I have no idea who wrote that story.
I want to see who wrote it. I want to know.
Solar Saber. Yeah, I think we're thinking of the same one. Let me pull up Solar Saber's video.
Wait, is it the same fanfic?
Solar Saber. Oh! Wait. No shot. No shot.
What?
Solar Saber reads BCB.
I don't know who that is.
Hold up. Let's see, Lucy. I wasn't typing anything. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if Rob can hear me.
I can hear you. I'm trying to. Really? Was it a video? Because I'm not finding anything for BCB on here. You'll have to send me the link to that.
I want to find the fanfic, unless it was taken down.
It was probably taken down. If I don't recognize it, I mean, I haven't read like most of the not safe for work ones, but it is what it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
to not let my own thoughts be obscured by other reviews, I steer clear of those, and instead I then try and just see if I can find something about the comic and its creator. And that's when I knew that I had fucked up.
Oh no! Is this going where I think it is? Meaning that for the love of God, don't start taking what I'm currently saying as facts. Oh God. Oh no! They're gonna start talking about Goldie. They're gonna start talking about Goldie in here.
Now, it's hard to
Rob,
find
can you
any
shut the
proof
Can you shut up?
this, so I'll just say what I read online, which is that the creator of the comic, Veronica Tation,
By the way, don't believe anything you read online. Take everything you read online with a grain of salt. Only take away from your own personal experiences.
Oh yeah, why is there a fanfic about you?
Suitcase Barham are rather infamously known for not taking criticism very well.
He's not wrong. He's awful.
Man,
He is.
I've been through that. How many people out there got banned because they reviewed the comic and they were like, well, this isn't perfect. That's how I got banned. That's how I got in trouble. I was like, yeah, this is a great comic. There's some issues with repetition, but overall I think it's good. And they were like, peace, you're out. You're out.
Also all hatred aside,
That's why I think that I would never get unbanned, even though I've said a lot of good things. I've also been pretty critical of it. And if I did get unbanned, I would still continue to have those same opinions. I wouldn't like change the channel to be more whitewashed, to be kinder towards the comic, because I feel like the important thing, if you really truly care about something, you also have to criticize it when it does something wrong, because you want it to be better and you know it can do better. And that's why that's why I think it's important to take in criticism, because that's how you improve. And as long as it's good faith criticism, like what I try to do, like I made that whole video about why I didn't like Eternal Flame, and Eternal Flame was, I think by itself was well done. The art's good, the writing is good, it's very intense.
In the ending.
But I think in the grand scheme of the comic, it wasn't good. I think it actually did a lot of damage to the comic, to the characters, to the story, because now it was like people had waited so long. People had waited years, like a decade, to get to that point. And 15 years. Yeah, 15 years to get to that point just for Teshi to turn around immediately and be like, oh, never mind, no, it's not ending. Or like, oh, this is not the direction we're going in, not yet. And so it really did feel like a lot of wasted time. Like, people like, well, what was the point of all of that? Like, it really felt conclusive. And then she was like, oh, no, we're going to do Sandy again.
Yeah.
And so there it is.
It was supposed to be the last chapter of the volume, and she lied.
I think it's no surprise that BCB, if you look at the analytics on Patreon, BCB got a lot of attention around the time Eternal Flame started. And once Eternal Flame ended, it still has a lot of patrons, but the patron count started going down. And I think the reason for that is because people were really excited that it seemed like things were starting to like wrap itself up. Like, people wanted to see them reconcile after like 15 years. They wanted to see them reconcile. And then it was just like, no, we're going to do that and rip the Band-Aid off and rip the wound open and be like, sorry, we're going to continue down this path now. No, and so a lot of people got frustrated from that. Now, I'll say it was worth it. It was worth it because we got the track team, you know? Even though that wasn't planned out back then. I think the track team is a great addition to the comic.
It's useless. They brought us the worst character.
You know what's also cool? JReg reads BCB. JReg has actually commented on 2 of my videos. For those of you who don't know who JReg is, let me pull it up. JReg is a really big YouTuber. Hold up. Let me see JReg.
When you say big YouTuber,
well, I say he's almost at 500,000 subs. I would consider that pretty big. He does a lot of stuff like this, and he reads the comic. He watches my videos. So shout out to JReg, by the way. Let's see if he has anything on BCB up here.
No, he won't.
It's a shame he doesn't have a Discord. I would love to do a BCB politics video with him. Do like a crossover.
I would love to for this YouTuber, this reading YouTuber, to read the fucking comic, which is Travis McBee.
Like anything negatively said about this comic, but
it is true that Teshi and Suitcase have not taken kindly to criticism, and I understand not wanting to deal with a bunch of people coming in and saying this is just shit, this looks like shit, this is written like shit. I think that if you're going to come in and if you really genuinely want to have a conversation about something that you think is an issue, you should provide a solution to that issue.
To be fair, this isn't exactly anything new, seeing I've seen people online literally talking about killing me because I talk shit about Les Lindes. They feel really strongly about this comic. So much so that Oliver is notoriously known for shitting on everyone and everything who complains about the comic even a little.
I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that for sure. He's absolutely right.
So yeah, the Lost Listeners fell off the wagon a whole while ago.
Not so positive things about this comic before.
This guy is banned, by the way. He had a disclaimer at the start for those of you who are just showing up about how he was going to say some negative things and please don't take it seriously.
This review is over. So let me do your work.
There is not enough prefacing to say that I'm going to say good and bad things about the comic that will make it any less of an impact.
For you, like a friendly gesture. Okay, so I'm bald, I'm scrawny, I'm pale, my accent sucks, and my voice sounds like a cat being run over.
Oh, Rod, that sounds just like you.
Oh my god.
I never support webcomics, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I have a sexy ass voice.
Damn, you're welcome. I saw a complaint that Veronica was an attention-seeking whore, and the main reason for that accusation was...
I disagree with that. I don't think that at all.
No,
I don't know who said that Veronica was an attention-seeking whore, but I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
Out of everything, she's
she
not
advertised
that.
a lot on other people's forums and comics.
Wait, hold up.
Was because she advertised a lot on other people's forums and comics.
Because I don't know about that because I wasn't there for that, but I know they had a lot of advertisements. Here's a fun fact for you guys.
Yeah.
BCB's original community came from 4chan. A lot of people that were a part of that original community came from 4chan because Teshi and Suitcase were 4chaners, and there's a lot of advertisements that were put on 4chan. So a lot of people came from there. In fact, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've been told this several times that Suitcase is still a moderator on the cartoons and comics forum for 4chan. And there's screenshots of like posts. They've actually interacted with the forums, not for a very long time, but there are screenshots of them talking to people in the Koth forums for BCB. So a lot of the people that are on the Koth forums for BCB have been reading it for like a decade. They've been reading it for a very long time. The community, what it used to be, and I know I wasn't there, but I've seen the stuff. What it used to be is completely different from what it is now. It was like the Wild West free-for-all. That's what it used to be like. Now it's very heavily moderated.
Yep, pretty much.
I will say that that's a rather misinformed complaint, as she doesn't necessarily decide which sites gets her advertisement. And it's vital to a comic artist to advertise for their comic so they can get viewers. So I kind of just want to defend Veronica on that one. What I cannot condone, however, is shitting on other webcomics to boost your own popularity, which is a thing that Veronica and Oliver does a lot, right?
I think it's okay to criticize other webcomics, especially if you make webcomics yourself. I think you can...
Yeah,
I think you can be like, haha, other webcomics, so long as you, like, understand the faults of your own.
Yeah, their own webcomic is shit, and
the Oatmeal, and Dueling Analog.
The old BCB, like the stuff on the volume 1, 2, and 3 from the archives, it used to be very self-aware. It was very wild. It was very all over the place. It wasn't like focused, like which was the original idea for it. It was a slice of life story. But I mean, it is what it is. This is a lot of stuff that I haven't seen personally, so I can't really comment on it. But I mean, I think it's I think you can't sit there and be like, "Don't ban me, bro," and then get mad when they criticize other comics. I don't know.
Wait,
I think
Rob,
it's all fair game.
Go back and pause on the bear.
Veronica and Oliver does a lot.
The bear with the chainsaw. Hold on, I got a joke. There, right there. Yo, Rob, you're the person, and the bear is Suitcase.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that.
Some of the creators and comics that has been on the receiving end of this. This is like me saying, "God, that nostalgia critic guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's such a cunt."
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
He doesn't. He ruined the
Did you see the wall review?
You should watch me instead. Now, I'm not saying that you're not allowed to have an opinion.
Let's see. What is this? Is this from the forum?
You're not allowed to have an opinion, Rob, so shut up.
Like, Lesnick and Ugg.
It's by Suitcase, by the way.
These a bad webcomics that achieve success through relentless advertising. Maybe they are bad webcomics. I haven't read them.
Webcomic creator and then shitting on
it is a little bit in poor taste, though. But the other thing is this was done in 2010. This was 12 years ago. This was over 12 years ago, so who cares, right? Like, it's nothing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore.
It's just
who cares?
Yeah, but it's still relevant.
It's not relevant. It was 12 years ago.
Yeah, but he hasn't changed.
Wait, what did he say?
I'm saying what Suitcase said. I'm saying, boy, if you don't pause it, I swear, I'm saying that even though he said that in the past, he still hasn't really changed.
I don't think they talk about other webcomics anymore. I'm not in the official server, so I don't know, but from what I saw in the short, like, 2 weeks that I was in the official server, they didn't really talk about other webcomics. It stayed BCB centric.
Is any of this true or not? Well, them shitting on comics is, sure, but the thing about Oliver and Veronica being greedy and demanding attention, I don't know. It's just what I read online. And people are quick to lie about dumb shit online.
I don't think that's true. And if it was true, it was probably like 10 years ago, and it doesn't matter anymore.
working.
I would say the stuff that's more relevant is them not taking kindly to criticism of the comic, which I know you're kind of an awkward situation where you start picking apart the comic when you're in the official space, but I feel like that should be allowed. Like, you have to take criticism. I've already been through all
in a
that.
video game store, you'd be amazed how many times I've had people come down to buy GTA 7 because some dude online said it was out. What I can prove without a shadow of doubt, however, is a thing that when discovering it actually made me visibly upset. There's this video online where someone is praising someone
Lackluster?
No.
He's putting out the lackluster video?
what they
Oh,
think
no, this
are
is
the
where they
dumbest
tear
and
Mike-
worst comments and
tear Mike
critiques on
apart.
Bittersweet Candy Ball.
I know
And
this video. I've seen this
Trevor has
one.
helped picked out some of them, and you know, for all intents and purposes, some of these are really dumb and bad. But you know why I can say that, and you as a
This is hilarious because this is a kind of video I would make. I
You
actually
have.
did kind of make a video like this. It was like part of the
Have.
Stacy video. It's
Yeah.
funny. It's all come full circle.
creator can
Yo, when did that happen?
What do you mean?
When 4chan defended Mike and the comments defended Lucy.
I don't know. Like I said, there's a bigger video that needs to be made about that, but that's not for today's discussion. It is funny though. It's funny.
They're not my fucking fans. Jesus Christ, dude. These people made you, and you're making fun of them? Really?
I think it's okay. I think it's okay to like pick apart Lackluster doesn't make the comic. I think it's okay to like pick apart and like kind of make fun of kind of the over the top opinions some people have.
Really?
Lackluster.
I'm sorry, maybe I'm just
I wouldn't take this video that seriously. This is just a meme video, and this guy's like, this is a representation of the people that work on the comic. Like, no, it's not. It's not. It's a fan that's like pointing fun or making fun of some people that like get a little bit too intense about it.
Rubs me the wrong way.
What did it say? Dear Mike, I hope you die slowly and painfully or spend 3 to 5 chapters paying for your sins. Ignorance, assholeness, retardness, cocksuckingness, etc. We hate all your haters. Good God. I know what this chapter is. This is the Just Beautiful chapter.
Yeah,
Maybe
it is.
harmless fun and all, but it just sits so wrong with me.
I believe how utterly freaking stupid you are.
I don't get it. What do you mean
Sorry.
when she's saying
I'm
that?
sorry. I'm 99% sure that both Veronica and Oliver are like the coolest people on planet Earth, and some
Or not?
Alright, this guy's spending a lot of
specific
time on
about people that
Tashi and
kinda
Veronica.
real
Just
about
talk about the
the
comic.
first information that
He's
pops up
about to
online if you
calm
go digging.
down.
What I can say, however, is that the comic will present us with 3 very interesting things. One is a complete decline, one's an improvement, and one's a standstill. What do I mean? Let's
Here we
dive
go.
in and find out, shall we?
It's so bad. The writing is so bad.
I don't think the writing is bad.
The
I-
new stuff is bad.
I don't think the new stuff is bad either.
Dude.
Okay, when you say writing, I'm specifically talking about the dialogue.
Yeah, in that way or the plot. You know what I mean?
The dialogue is fine. She's good with dialogue, but
The plot. The plot is the writing, Rob. And here's the thing: it's not a
oh
good.
my god,
No, it's a
playing this
2000s.
song.
So, right off the bat, let me just be a gigantic asshole and open a dictionary. Because I kind of feel some people need
Also, the other issue is that he's reviewing the old version of the comic. A lot of this stuff was rewritten, so this video's out of date.
to know.
Yeah, it was in
So the first
2016,
word
and
is
this was like a
drama, and if you
few.
look in the dictionary, it says an exciting, emotional, or unexpected event or circumstance. Okay?
That's what
now,
false
let's
idol
look up
is.
Melodrama. A dramatic form
That's
that
what
does not
BCB
observe
is.
the laws of cause and effect, and that exaggerates emotion and
Oh yeah, it's definitely BCB. That describes
emphasizes
BCB
plot or
melodrama.
action at the expense
Drama
of
is
We love
false
it.
idol.
in short,
That's
a
why we
drama
love it though.
is realistic,
Mm.
whereas a melodrama
Wait, pause,
is
pause, pause,
exaggerated.
pause. It's McCain. It's McCain.
Yep. He's in the comic.
You'll
That
be-
Over
is
the top. This is drama.
Giant?
Oh,
oh, you're gonna Iron Giant us. How are you gonna compare Iron Giant to BCB? It's like two different worlds.
It's like comparing 7-Eleven pizza to Italy pizza. Damn.
How many people want Mike? Oh wait, Mike already did trash his room. That's funny. It's funny because Mike does trash his room eventually.
Okay. When are we gonna review the room, Rob?
We're not, because this is not the room channel.
To put it into layman terms, melodrama is the act of turning any and all emotions up to 11. It's the difference of being sad over your favorite show being cancelled to wanting to jump off of a building because of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not even gonna touch that one. I'm not even gonna touch that one. When did
Touch it, Rob. Don't be afraid.
Wait.
Touch it. Don't be a coward.
This video was made in July 8th, 2016. We didn't find out about Lucy jumping off the building until let me find the exact page.
Yeah, I was about to tell you that this video was like a few moments before
This
Lucy
was 6
comes back.
months before Lucy jumps off a building. This guy, he keeps predicting the comic. He doesn't even realize that he's predicting what's gonna happen. This guy's brilliant. Oh my god. It's fucking Carter.
Oh
Carter.
no.
It works. Also,
No.
this is kind of a side thing, but I should mention that you guys have pointed out to me that Rick Griffin is actually really good at shading.
Oh.
It's
House
just a shame
pets.
that we don't see any of that in the comic, isn't it? Fuck.
Alright, so this is an issue with the original pages. It's not now. This is just an out-of-date thing.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
I
Abby
still,
looks so
it has
horrible.
its own charm, though. That's the thing. These
Abby-
original images have their own charm. It's very hand-drawn. I like the way it
Just
looks.
read what's
Yeah,
next
but
on the
Abby
list.
looks so awful.
Okay. My handwriting is atrocious. Every time I have to write anything for work or family or whatever, people tend to need to guess what I'm trying to write. As of such, I steer clear of any and all handwriting within realistic boundaries. I do this because I know fully well that not everyone can read my handwriting. This is also one of the many reasons why many reports you make in school today are typically made with a computer.
So all of Tashi
Damning.
stuff is done on a computer now. So like I said, this is outdated stuff.
I mean, damning. That looks like damning.
Apparently, Veronica
I mean, you can use context clues and figure out what the word's supposed to be. It's not that big of a deal.
Using a computer to write the text, or she just gets much.
She has her own proprietary font generator for BCB now.
better at it. Prior to this, it becomes a guessing game.
And I
of
do
what
too.
Many people are saying, because the letters sometimes cramp together so much, so that they create completely different words. This is
They have to be crammed together. Look how small these boxes are.
a terrible thing as a reader to experience, because it immediately takes you out of the comic.
I never had an issue reading the original pages. I was always able to understand it.
And just
Me
stops
too.
the momentum you build up. Another thing is that Veronica plays very fast and loose with when to use voice bubbles and when not to. This
God, I
too
hate
gets awfully
Yashi.
confusing because sometimes when there's no clear indication where the text is supposed to come from, it's because it's an inner monologue by someone or something not important. But then sometimes
I don't really have an issue with this. This is, I mean, I guess this is like official webcomic standards. I don't really know. But I never had an issue following along. There are a few panels where I'm a little confused about who's supposed to be saying what. But that's about it. It's not that big of a deal.
So, Rob, I think I'm gonna head out.
sometimes it's
Oh,
not
alright.
in a monologue.
Are you going to be back at
This
3?
again takes you out of the
Yeah,
comic.
Alright.
I will.
Basically, every
Let's see ya.
time you leave your
See ya.
reader unintentionally guessing, you're doing it wrong. The designs of the characters stays consistently meh throughout the entire comic. The only difference to them is, as I said before, their accessories. Meaning that if you try to do the silhouette test, where you only picture them as silhouettes, you got little to no chance of differentiating.
Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about doing the silhouette test? They're all very distinct characters. Abby has larger ears. Paulo has the hair tufts. I mean, Abby kind of does, but it's not as pronounced as Paulo's is. Lucy has the cheekers. Daisy has like the hair fluff. It's very easy to tell these characters apart.
Even like their body types are different because everyone's
Now, like the original drawings, like let me pull it up. Now, if you're talking about stuff like this, let me see. If you're talking about like this, yeah, totally. I could understand not being able to tell these two characters apart, but that is an issue with the original comic, and it's not an issue now, especially with the pages he's showing. So yeah, I don't really understand.
freaking noodle men with joints and shit just scattered out throughout their bodies at random. You got no one who's fatter than the other, no one who's slimmer, no one who has bigger breasts or muscles.
No one who has bigger breasts or is fatter. Well, Daisy's considerably... The characters have different size. I don't understand what his issue is here. It's very clear to see that Lucy is smaller than everyone else. Mike is smaller than Paulo. Daisy's kind of short. Daisy's a bit thicker than everyone else. There's a literal boob chart that Teshi made so that she could make things consistent between the characters. So I don't know what this guy is complaining about. I honestly don't.
Me. Wanna know the only way you can tell the difference between a Lucy without a bow and a Mike without a scarf?
I can tell this is Lucy, though. You can tell this is Lucy because of the tail. Lucy's tail is really big and poofy. Mike's tail is really small and slender. Also, you can tell that it's Lucy getting strangled because you read the rest of the comic and you see that it's Lucy getting strangled. Like, open your eyes and see, bro.
Lucy has these two small spikes near her cheeks.
Spikes. They're cheekers.
And Mike doesn't. That's it. These are two completely unrelated characters, two completely different sexes, and that's the only way you can differentiate the two.
I disagree. I disagree completely. Especially since you're showing colored pages where you can clearly see Lucy is white, her eye color is different.
Okay, you guys. Like, you've been listening to me rant for long enough, so I got a little treat for you. Okay. You see this? Yeah, I'm about to show this chick super naked right here on YouTube.
Whoa. I mean, they're naked all the time, but this better not be sus.
Don't tell anyone, okay? You ready? Boom.
Oh my god.
Some of the more clever people in the audience might say, Riser, you tricked me. How could you? You promised me naked girls and you showed me a not naked girl. And I know this is a breach of trust, and I'm sorry, but I kinda needed to do that to prove a point. Is everyone just naked? Like...
No, they're not. This is... So the clothes debate for BCB has been going around for a long time. I feel like clothes are just considered an accessory. And it's like whatever. Like if they just decide they want to wear clothes, but they're covered in fur, so it's not really that big of a deal.
Sure.
I keep saying it's not that big of a deal, and it really isn't.
Thing
It's really... Just don't worry about it. It's cartoon logic.
Invisible pants or shirt. But Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse doesn't several times show the characters covering their chest or groin because they're seemingly naked.
In this instance with Amaya wearing an outfit for work, that makes sense in the fact that it's probably just you have to wear an outfit for work. It's like wearing casual clothes versus wearing clothes that are required for your job.
And furthermore, sometimes they wear shirts, other times they don't. I know this is a minor point, but it just keeps annoying the shit out of me. Like, oh no!
It never bothered me. It never bothered me at all.
Oh Mike, you can't see me naked. I'm just sat there going, wait, you were naked? And it gets extra weird when Veronica and Oliver starts going out of their way to, you know, do the thing where you move an arm so it covers the naughty bits, or have the naughty bits just out of frame or whatever. But they're as dressed as they are when you normally see them in school, so...
He's not really showing good examples for this. If you're referring to the towel thing, I think that's more or less Paulo just trying to dry off after a shower. I guess you could also make the argument that thing... I don't want to get too much deep into this because, you know... He does have pretty. I don't want to get too deep into this. I'm gonna assume that when the characters get wet, things get a little bit sus. But then again, the characters have gotten wet before, and you haven't seen anything. So I don't know. It's cartoon logic. Don't take it too seriously, bro.
So what the fuck?
The last time I experienced that sort of confusion was with my ex. She didn't really know how to trim her legs. Or her chest for that matter. I still miss her mustache though.
Just like the writing, it kind of feels like Veronica and Oliver starts finding out what they're doing somewhere in early 2015, because after that a lot of the art actually starts showing the same trend as the writing did, which is improving dramatically. They often tell stuff through imagery rather than words, which you know I'm a sucker for. Heck, entire pages can have no words on them at all, yet tell you a lot. Veronica and Oliver start...
That's something Teshi is really good at. She's really good at using facial expressions and body language. And with the redrawn pages, it still works incredibly well. I think you could take all the dialogue out of the very first chapter, Simple Pleasures, and still understand what's going on. That's the true hallmark of a great visual storytelling medium. All this stuff, all the issues he's having have been fixed. Some of the stuff is a little nitpicky and it's not that big of a deal. Let's continue.
Brave enough to shut the fuck up, which is a thing I've found that not many comic...
But I will agree that the comic is a little bit inconsistent, and that's because a lot of it is made up as it goes along. But it's whatever. It does cause some issues. And a few leaps in logic, a little bit of a stretching of characters, but it mostly works. It's like a house of cards. You don't want to like blow on it because it's all standing, but just like one little and it falls over. But it's standing. It's still standing.
Not every frame needs to have words on them. You don't have to have a frame with a dude in it with a voice bubble, only with an ellipsis in it to establish that the person isn't saying anything.
Yeah, Teshi uses the ellipses a lot.
But yeah, the art starts to more frequently have these really well executed scenes as time goes by. But unfortunately, the art in itself stays consistently mediocre.
I mean, when someone is...
The art in itself stays consistently mediocre.
Look at that face. I love that face. That face is wonderful. Is the art consistently mediocre? I don't think so. I think there are some eras that are better than others. But I wouldn't say it's just mediocre.
I mean, when someone is making fun of someone else's weight, and you're just confused because the person has the exact same body size as everyone else, there's gonna be some issues present.
All in all, the art is just not that good, and it almost is consistently bad throughout the comic.
I wouldn't say it's bad. I don't think the art's bad. This is incredibly subjective. I know a lot of people have complained about the art style. I think it's fine.
It starts out as subpar, then continues on to be tolerable, and then finally land on a spot that's kinda sorta mediocre. And again, you guessed it.
I would be interested to know what he thinks about the modern style.
It takes over 400 pages to get to that point. The designs are just poor, the proportions are as consistent...
All this stuff has been fixed.
And the backgrounds goes from being pretty good to straight up not exist. What I can say in the comic's art's favor though is that it does do some pretty good wacky facial expressions and exaggerated movements. And for a comic that doesn't seem to know how to do anything that isn't extreme...
Oh, he does know about the modern art style.
It's a good fit. Also, sometimes Veronica does seem to know what she's doing by taking some pretty big chances in terms of presentations, such as using old art styles or just silhouettes, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't love these scenes to death.
Yeah, so the art's just, I think it's great. This guy is just, I don't know. I don't know what he wants from the art style.
It's almost like when the comic comes...
Art is in the eye of the beholder, but it definitely is one of my favorite art styles, for sure.
Fuck down, it's not super terrible, right?
Wasn't that section supposed to be about the writing, and he started talking about the art? Yeah, I need to keep following the webtoons, even though it's already all been updated. Oof. Let me pull it up on the Tumblr. Let's see. I actually BCB 1 2 start. Actually no. Pull it up here. So I'm gonna assume this is what you're talking about. I actually really like this style. In fact, a lot of people say this was peak BCB style with like there's a lot of shading going on. And it was that like right before, I think this was right before Teshi started doing watercolor, or it might have been right after. Let's see, the watercolor. Yeah, so this was like right before she started doing watercolor, or maybe this was watercolor, I don't know. I think it looks nice. It is one of the better styles, IMO. But I think all of them are great. I think they're all great. I think they all represent, in a meta way, they represent, you know, whatever era they're supposed to be.
Can we just take a moment to talk about how big a cunt Lucy is?
I really do like that. I mean, the redraw of the original volume 1. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. The original volume 1. Yeah, it's okay. The black and white style was really unique. Style. What kind of accent is that? The black and white style looked pretty cool. Lucy is he said it, not me.
Like, I know there's not personally liking someone and then there's being a straight up bitch. She has this weird idea that she can just control everyone. She's constantly unfriendly and kind of mean, and I keep wondering where her purse is, in which she's keeping Mike's balls for the first 50 chapters.
Oh my god. This guy. Damn. He was like, Lucy is rude. She's making Mike a bitch. Holy shit, dude. But is he wrong, though? Is he wrong about what he's saying about Lucy? She do be kind of mean. She kind of mellowed out a little bit, though.
And the worst part is that at least for the first many pages, you can see this is not an intentional character trait. Because despite being a character worthy of a kick to the face, people still love her. In fact, that brings us nice and easy to the next thing, which is Lucy is a fucking Mary Sue and a goddamn half.
Listen, I'll say this. I think the best Lucy ever was. The best Lucy ever was, and I'm going to say this objectively, was around, this was chapter 50. When Lucy tells Mike that she loves him, and she legitimately tries to be a better person, like nicer to people, not abrasive, that was the best Lucy ever was. She was genuinely improving, and she didn't want to be mean anymore because she realized it was an issue. She realized that it was getting in the way of Mike. It was getting in the way of her getting close to anybody. And she saw that in herself, and she wanted to be better about it. Lucy was genuinely great in these chapters. And that's why December hit so hard, because she was really trying to change, and Mike just, it was too late. But then she left, and then she came back. And you know what happened? Let me see if I can find it. She left and then came back and was like that original Lucy all over again. And she was like this. And it was like, what happened? What happened to the Lucy that was trying to be nicer and turn over a new leaf? At what point did she start hating Mike? Was it something she went through when she moved away? Did she blame Mike for all of her problems? I speculated that she blamed Mike for all of her problems. And I was like, well, that's not really fair because you brought a lot of that on yourself. But then Eternal Flame happened, and she says this. Let's see. What does she say? I was mean to you. I was bossy and violent and selfish. I took everything out on you for years. You're right to hate me. So, for me, I'm a little confused as to why she would if she blamed herself and she knew it was her own fault, why she would be aggressive towards Mike coming back. Why wouldn't she be a little bit... She could be standoffish and not really want to do much to associate with him. But to be outright mean and to just kind of more or less be like that towards everybody. And to hate her old friends who loved her. It's just kind of like... Where's the page? Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. On the contrary, they wouldn't leave me alone. If it wasn't back there, we'd still be shaking off all my ex-friends. Why does she hate the friend group? I really wish we could have a chapter or a few chapters that explored Lucy's mindset while she was away. So like we can understand why she came to the conclusions that she did, because this makes it seem like she's blaming everyone else. It's everyone else's fault, it's not me. And then this says that, oh no, I do blame myself. Everyone, you're right to hate me. So which one is it? Or am I missing something? But then, in Witch Hunt, she acts like this. I really like Witch Hunt. Lucy was very good in Witch Hunt. Let me find the panel. Here it is. Lucy was really, really good in Witch Hunt. She handled the situation very well. So, did she just slowly stop hating Mike? I don't really know. This is the Lucy that should have been there the whole time. I got off on a huge tangent. Let's see, other than... Oh, I really do like that. Okay.
With how many comics I've covered thus far, and with how many shit...
Is Lucy a Mary Sue? That's a good question. I'm gonna say not. I'm gonna say not because she actually doesn't get anything she wants. She gets a lot of attention, but nobody who's close to her really gets close to her. She pushed Mike away. She tried to rebound on Paulo. She's just mean and abrasive to her friends, and it eventually kind of makes them all upset with her and drive them away. Even in the early comic, Daisy and Paulo kind of make fun of her for it. Let me pull up Confrontation. No, wait, too far ahead. So it's not like everyone just blindly likes Lucy. They know that she's got issues, and they talk about it. So I wouldn't say that Lucy is a Mary Sue. I wouldn't say that.
ones I've covered thus far, there's remarkably few characters.
Especially since Daisy ends up calling her out for it. I realized those chapters didn't go up till after this review was done. But it is there.
That managed to qualify as a Mary Sue. Or a Gary Stu. The reason for this is simply that my criteria for such are rather high.
If anything, Mike was a Gary Stu at the start. Mike basically had no flaws and everyone loved him, and that was that. He didn't have... There was like no issues with them.
I kind of feel it's such an easy insult to throw at someone. A character can be on the almost perfect side without necessarily being a Mary Sue. But when it's a pretty clear self-insert, when boys falls heads over heels at the mere tip of a hat for her, but she's way too cool to give them the time of day.
I disagree. So, people like her for her looks, and she's aware of that, and the comic talks about that. She doesn't give them the time of day because she understands that they're just trying to get with her for her looks, and they don't actually understand her like Mike does. So I think this guy's just misinterpreting what the comic is saying, which I understand. There's a lot of stuff in this comic that I didn't understand till after reading it several times, just because it's a little bit confusing sometimes.
The moment where she's brave enough to face off a bully, when she can be a downright asshole to people and they still shower her with affection, and when she comes out on top with almost everything she does, at the early chapters, all of this kind of adds up to being a Mary Sue.
It's like a math equation, you know, where 1 + 1 equals shitty character.
I swear, every
Did he just... No.
You know,
No.
1 + 1 equals shitty character.
Did this dude just say Lucy is equivalent to Sonichu? Oh no. Oh no, that's horrible. Oh god. Oh. This guy is spicy.
Character.
I swear, every time Lucy, the main fucking protagonist, showed up on screen, I sighed or groaned. I didn't want to read
I've actually... Hold up.
anything about her.
I've actually kind of almost gotten to that point. Whenever I see Lucy in the modern comic, I'm like, oh boy. It's about to get sad. It's about to get depressing. Everything's gonna suck. I just want to go back to Mike and James making out. Let's go back to that.
So annoying, manipulative, and it's not interesting in the slightest to follow a character that's just gonna come out on top with everything she does because she's a Mary Sue.
She doesn't come out on top with everything she does. She doesn't come out on top at all. If she was a Mary Sue, the moment that she confessed her feelings to Mike, Mike would have just dropped Sandy and gotten with her. Mike would have been like, "Oh yeah, let me call up Sandy and tell her it's off. We're gonna be together now." That would have been a Mary Sue. But that's not what happens. She pushed away the one person she loved the most. That's not Mary Sue.
I've already done that more than
Oh
any
my
other
God,
person
sus.
should be forced to do with Las Lindas, and I swear it's only because I got this show that I forced myself to keep going. But I don't know, right? So she has such a beautiful singing voice, which again screams Mary Sue to me, especially when she's approached for a record deal by a dude who just happened to be there scouting at a fucking
Hold up. Hold up. Isn't that the same guy? That's the same dude, isn't it? Where is it? Oh no, it's not the same guy. It looks like the same guy. Look at that. Almost the same guy.
school play, and then she says no to it. Of course, no, just because you got a character who's good at singing, it doesn't automatically default her into being a Mary Sue. But when you are just this terrible, horrible person who manipulates and punches people and is just all around not that fun to hang out with, yet demands people do it because she's afraid of being alone, when this person starts singing and everyone immediately almost cries over her beautiful singing voice, I'm the asshole in the corner who's laughing his ass off because it's so Mary Sue.
Okay, first of all, he's not crying because her voice is beautiful. I mean, that might be part of it, but he's crying because he didn't think Lucy would actually sing for him. That's why he's crying.
Esque.
It's the same.
It's literally on the next page. I know exactly what page that is. I should probably just keep the BCB site open. I know exactly what page that is. Where is it? Let's see. He's talking about this page right here. Why are you crying? I'm sorry, it's pathetic of me. I just, I really didn't think you'd do that for me. That's why he's crying. He's not crying because her voice was so beautiful he cried. It's literally on the next page.
I see characters that are just super edgelords.
It should also be stated that Lucy is a true narcissist. Every issue, every action this lady instantly turns to be about her. Oh no, Mike, how'd you almost drown? How could you do that to me?
Okay, so let's talk about that, because he's misinterpreting her character again. I'll agree Lucy is a bitch, and she's fucking mean as shit to everybody, and they don't deserve to have to deal with that. But let me see if I can pull it up. Where is it? Is it it's not Tread Carefully, is it? Troubled Waters? Is that it? Okay. She doesn't know how to work her feelings out. She's terrified, and like the thing that she does is lash out at other people. I don't think she's a narcissist for this. She isn't a narcissist for this. She's using this as a way. She doesn't genuinely believe this. She's just using this as a way to protect her feelings. Like, she doesn't know how to interpret the way that she's feeling, and she's really just scared because Mike almost died. This is the takeaway from that whole rant. She's scared because Mike almost died. She's scared because she couldn't help him. I couldn't. I tried, but I couldn't, and I almost. So she's blaming herself. And this guy would know this if he read the comic, because it's literally right there.
Like, fuck off. Also, giant fucking...
He didn't even show the page. He didn't even show the page that he's talking about, because it literally would have just proven he was wrong.
Fuck off.
Let's see. Lucy is a batch and does bully her friends, but her core, she really does care about people, at least a bit, just not in the right ways.
That's a great way to describe it. That's a great way to describe Lucy. 100%.
Giant fucking spoilers here. When she finally confesses her love to someone and he doesn't return that...
Really? Spoilers? He won't say who it is? Like, you're literally showing it on screen right now.
...affection for her, she's awfully quick to guilt trip the dude to the max. Even to the point of getting their common friends to side with her to shit all over the dude.
She doesn't get her friends to side with her. She doesn't get her friends to side with her. They go off on their own and they do that. Let me find it. Unrequited. He clearly feels guilty about what happened. And he didn't handle the breakup in the best way. Lucy is a little bit manipulative, though, with this question. So a girl hundreds of miles away means more to you than me. Yes. He doesn't look happy about saying it, though. It's not a fair question to ask, because what is he supposed to do? Just drop his relationship with Sandy? Like, this was not the point where that should have happened. But moreover, she did not sick all of their friends after. She didn't even want to talk about it. He's insensitive. Of course she's gonna be upset because he didn't handle the turning her down the best way. And she didn't tell her friends to go after Mike. Literally, she just says he doesn't love me back and they get mad at him. She had nothing to do with that.
Just for not wanting to be with her. Because, oh wow, how deep a love these two had, right?
Oh my gosh. Is this the BCI? So the BCI used to be part of the official comic. That's what this is.
No, to the point where she straight up tries to bump uglies with someone else, not even a week after she got turned down.
Lucy is, in every sense of the word, a huge bitch.
So how can you say she's a Mary Sue when you're literally just talking about how she goes to another guy to rebound? What you're saying about the character is contradictory. How can she be a Mary Sue and also be a bitch? Those two they're not the same. These are not the same. How can she be a Mary Sue if she's a narcissist? That's not Mary Sue. If she was a Mary Sue, she would be completely selfless.
She goes from being somewhat okay, although a little annoying, and then becomes this sickening, horrible bitch. Here's Mike. Mike is a spineless asshole. He's also a little...
What do I always say? Mike is a spineless worm now. He is a little spineless worm. And I didn't want to believe it, but that's the way it is. Look at him. Look at this. Hold up, go back. Look at his page. Look at this. He literally stuck to his guns this whole chapter. And I was like, oh my god, he's actually gonna not talk to her. Like, all these opportunities are pushing them together. Or all these situations are pushing them together. He's not gonna talk to her. That's the whole point of this chapter. And then he was like, oh no, I'm gonna do it anyway. He is such a spineless worm. I mean, what he said to her was fine. I don't understand all of it, but it was fine. But he shouldn't have said anything. He's a dummy.
little too perfect for my personal taste in a character in general, but I think I've used my Gary Stu quota for the next 10 reviews. So why is Mike a spineless asshole, you ask? I mean, after all, he does nothing but help everyone around him, and is always there for Lucy when she needs him, right? Well, the spineless part comes from the fact that while several people want his dick, one of which of course being Lucy and another being Daisy, he's at no point...
And Sue, and Amaya, and like every girl and guy at his school.
...puts his foot down and tells that he's not interested in them. Instead, what he keeps doing is egging the girls on.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you...
Puts his foot down and tells... Another being Daisy, he's at no point puts his foot down.
Did you read the comic? Seriously, did you read the comic? Let me pull it up. Where did chat go? What did I... Oh, look at this. And if he's gonna say, oh, well, early on in the comic, watch this. I'm gonna right here, literally right here. Girls, stop fighting over me. I'm really sorry, girls. I really didn't want to lead any of you on. See, he says no. He says no to everybody. He literally does it in chapter 7. He does it again. In the chapter that's basically a remake of chapter 7. Shut up. So I'm a pimp because people like me. A real sleazeball would accept all these goddamn advances, but I've rejected every single one of them. See, look at him putting his foot down. And if you want to say, oh, well, look at this chapter. Okay, we'll go to that one. This is a good chapter, by the way. Really good chapter. I like it a lot. Love my way. Look at this. Daisy, please. I want to have a nice night with you, but you've really been pushing it. Because you didn't put your foot down earlier. Because then I'd seem rude. Literally on the next fucking page. Is this guy reading the comic? Look at this whole scene. Look at this whole scene. And he's like, yeah, Mike just leads people on. He doesn't put his foot down. The whole reason that he took Daisy out on this thing is because he was guilt-tripped by Abby into doing it. No, but he leads people on, Fivehead.
And tells that he's not interested in them. Instead, what he keeps doing is egging the girls on, leading them to think there's a potential chance, only to then say no, and once he does...
No, he doesn't.
Holy shit,
he doesn't.
Is he a fucking monster.
He is
like we're talking
never done that.
About saying how the other person sickens him, scream...
This is taken out of context. This is not what this fight was about in December. He wasn't leading Lucy on at all. In fact, when this chapter took place, he was trying to actively avoid her. Before, when he was actually interested in her, she was the one that was holding that relationship back. This guy's just completely wrong.
at the
Like
top.
like not subjectively wrong. He's just wrong about the facts of the comic.
But his lungs that he hates them tell them that no one could ever love them for
You know, he's saying them. He's only saying that to Lucy. Only saying
who
that
they
to
truly
Lucy.
are, and even explaining exactly why he has no interest in someone.
I'm gonna
in
take
the
that like
most
back. I'm gonna give this a
brutal,
dislike.
over-elaborate and exaggerated ways imaginable. I get that sometimes you have to put your foot down, especially when emotions are involved, but fucking come on! There's a difference between saying, okay, listen, I'm really happy you feel that about me, but I simply can't return your feelings. And
He's not. I kind of agree that Mike can definitely was way over the top in December, but it's not the same. It's a completely different thing that's going on there.
and I hope you can respect that too. I wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire, you skanky
Don't even bring up the piss comics. Don't bring up. We're gonna get canceled. The stream's gonna get taken down.
slutty hoe. The best use I can think of you is peeling off your skin and use it as a cum rag. Is that
Whoa! We're reading completely different comics, bro. We're reading completely different comics. I don't remember that.
starts out being this kind of a nice guy, but as the comic goes on, he just becomes this fucking terrible person cat thingy.
I completely agree. Everyone was much better at the beginning of the comic. Now everyone's just a dick.
God damn it, Teddy, you have to calm down.
Meet Daisy. Daisy
If you say anything bad about Daisy, I swear. I swear to jeez.
is an attention-seeking, manipulative bitch of
Damn! Attention seeking? Yes. Manipulative? Maybe a little bit, but only during that one segment where she was being manipulated by Augustus to act that way. Being a bitch? No. I would not describe Daisy as a bitch. She's very sweet. She's very kind.
a girl. At first she is spunky and happy and super clever, but that quickly turns into her being so desperate of becoming the center of everyone's attention that she's willing to put her own friends down for it to happen. A thing which I don't actually recall she ever apologized for, now that I think about it. She's so in love with being the center of attention that when she eventually goes on a date with Mike, she more seems to be loving the attention she's getting from dating him than being with him.
That somewhat seems true, but you just have to remember that she's being manipulated by Augustus this whole time to act in a way she wouldn't normally act.
Also, the moment Mike is out of the picture, which takes a grand total of what, one chapter? She immediately jumps along to mag on someone else.
Not really. She wasn't even really like interested in Abby, to be honest. And she really didn't want get with Paulo, and definitely not with Augustus.
I will say, however, that as shitty as Daisy is, I think she's probably my favorite character. After all, in the Valley of the Blind, the one
That's
is
right.
the king, and Daisy just has this go-getter personality, which is a thing
That's
I kinda
right.
liked.
We love Daisy here. We love Daisy
But
here.
other than that, she's just a horrible person like the rest. You heard that right. This theme continues with the rest of the characters.
Oh, this guy hates this comic. He hates this
Next up is
comic.
Paulo, and this dude is a
This guy is 1,000,000% banned. There's no shot. There's no shot that he's allowed.
fucking asshole. He's definitely the
Paulo's
person
an
that shows
asshole.
the
Yeah, he is
most
kind of an
caring and
asshole.
friendly side out of all the shitty characters, but that is immediately overshadowed by him being a freaking two-timing bastard. This one girl who he's super crazy about doesn't want him, fair enough, but we then find out he secretly had an eye towards Daisy throughout that entire ordeal.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's never really... the only time he showed romantic interest in Daisy was like one time in the Acapulco arc. That was it. He's never shown interest in her after that.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe he's finally realizing his true feelings for Daisy. Nope. He then goes and almost has sex with the first girl. Then, for some odd reason, he starts having this weird idea he needs to bag as many chicks as possible. And then proceeds to have sex with 2 other girls.
He's only doing that because David was like guilt tripping him into doing it.
Plus setting up a date with a third. And then the comic tries to give us a sub-story.
Plus, Paulo was basically tricked into going into those dates.
About how he's always had a crush on Lucy. This motherfucker would stick his dick inside of a fucking toaster if it wore a bow and a lipstick.
That's true though. Wouldn't he do that? Paulo would do that. I could see that happening.
I mean, come on. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 6 girls, dude. And if it's like, say, Barney from How I Met Your Mother, or shit, even Rain Summers from Least I Could Do, where the dude is just banging girls left and right, don't fucking try and tell me he secretly has feelings for 3 of them and try and convince me they're real. Even more so, don't freaking try to make me feel sorry for this dude. Paulo does, like I said, however, show some honest to God good moments, and the pregnancy scare I talked about earlier.
Okay, so this is no longer canon, so I'm not going to count it. But I agree that Paulo has some of my favorite moments in the comic where he will not take advantage of someone if they're emotionally distressed. Like with Lucy, he pushes her away, which I think is a better thing in the long run than him and her having a pregnancy scare. Even though this was a really cute comic strip page thing, I think him ultimately pushing her away because she isn't in her right mind is the much better move.
Was with him as
I would say in a lot of ways Paulo might be the most mature out of the 4.
kind of the main character. And that chapter was done so well that it actually made me kind of respect Paulo.
He seems to take a lot of the random things out of context totally.
Both with how he immediately showed
It's a lot of stuff out of context, a lot of stuff misinterpreted.
responsibility for the whole pregnancy thing.
And it's not even like stuff we can say in hindsight because of information in more recent chapters that came out after this webcomic review did. It's just stuff that is already in the comic.
Also with how he refused to have sex with Lucy when she was in.
But I totally agree. This BCI is really nice.
Then I remember how he's claiming to have always loved Lucy despite him banging 5 other women. And I was immediately back on hating this dude again. Honestly, besides the infidelity shit that Paulo does, he honestly feels like a kind of perfect boyfriend fantasy. I really don't know if that's intentional or if
he's not. When he has a relationship, he sticks by that relationship except for like the one time.
I'm just an asshole.
And even then, he broke up with Jasmine, and he did not cheat on her. He broke up with Jasmine, so.
Or a mixture of the two. But that's probably why he turns out to be the protagonist after a certain point. Tess is a year older than the others. Or maybe she's like 3 years older. The comic kind of jumps all over the place with that one. She's also probably the character with the least problems of the main characters, except Sue once she's remembered again. You know, besides spreading rumors about someone being a gigantic whore only for the sake of proving a point. And you know the other characters are bad when this is one of the people that has the least problems with her. My most memorable moment with her, just from...
That's because she made up for all that. All that stuff was in the past and she turned over a new leaf and tried to be better.
How furious it made me was when she, prior to prom, has done little to nothing but tell Paulo she'll fuck the daylights out of him. Like, she does that over and over.
Yeah, I have to agree. She does lead Paulo on really hard. And that's why I was so confused when she pushed him away at prom. I was like, why? If you're clearly into this dude, why are you pushing him away? Like, I don't get it. Why would you, like, whisper all those things to him and, like, lead him on like that just to be like, oh, no, we just have to be friends?
Over and over again, right? Then come prom and Paulo confesses his feelings for her, which, you know, she'd have to be actively blind to not have realized. And she's kind of disturbed and shocked that he'd feel that way at prom, and shuts him down because he's a year younger than her. And then, almost in the same fucking breath, she decides to kiss Paulo. Now there's a joke to be made about sending mixed signals, and then there's whatever the hell this cunt is up to. Like, what the actual serious fuck?
The worst part is
The problem is that there are predetermined ships for the end of the comic, so whatever relationships these characters get into, they have to find a way to get out of them because that's not the end game ship. And that's kind of what Tess felt like, where it was like, well, Apollo is not predestined to get with her. So there has to be some reason, and it doesn't have to make sense for him to not be in that relationship.
but I'm 800% sure that you're actually supposed to root for these characters and have relatable points of views with them. So it's not like they are written to be terrible on purpose. They just ended up that way.
There's a few
I agree.
more characters, some of which I simply refuse to talk about because I'd rather get stabbed than accept this abomination was ever a thing.
Yeah, I hate David so much. Oh, David.
Although I suppose he becomes a little funny after the 50 chapter gap. But the last quote unquote characters I want to talk about are Lucy and Mike's pets.
Oh, God.
The fuck up with those. Like, can all animals just talk? Can a pet have pets? And why the fuck does no one seem to be bothered about these things just show up at school? Why is one seemingly unable to grow up and acts like a baby all the way through? Why is there no other than these? And my favorite question.
Well, it's no longer an issue now because they were written out of the comic. And I am actually in the Pets fan Discord.
What the
By the
fuck
way.
is she actually supposed to be? The comic kind of talks about it as being a lizard, but seriously? This is
You
a
kind of like
lizard?
David?
It looks like a goddamn glob of snot with eyeballs and a mouth. Seriously, these animals just helped confusing me more than they made me like them or help with the plot. It was at the point where I was wondering whether or not people could actually hear or see them. Because it didn't look like any known animal, so for almost...
Alright, guys. Amazil should be getting on soon. It's 3 o'clock. Wait, I guess 3 p.m. my time is when he's getting on. I hope it's not 3 p.m. his time, because we're going to be here forever. Let me just... 3 p.m. my time, right? I'm going to assume it's 3 p.m. my time.
Low-key, the only reason I read so far.
100 pages, I thought they were just Lucy's imagination.
So we're still doing the trivia thing. I messed up. I forgot that Lieutenant Amazil was working till 3, and it's 3:01 now, my time. So we're just watching this video until he gets on.
Seriously, when your
And then we'll do the
so
trivia.
shit that this is the most reasonable conclusion someone can make, you got a problem.
Also, I think, don't quote me on this, but I honestly think that no one of the characters we follow and I've talked about thus far wouldn't instantly dump the significant other if a certain other person showed interest. Mike starts doubting Sandy's the right one and would jump on Lucy if she showed up immediately. Paulo has several partners he'd dump for Lucy. Daisy would dump Abby if Mike showed interest, and the fucking Final Fantasy character Augustus seemingly forgets
The Final Fantasy character Augustus. I mean, is he wrong though? Same long time the Pets, but the other hand, I like most characters besides Carter and Carson. Yeah, Carter and Carson are crazy, dude.
It's all about his old love that he apparently had for several years, as well as his affection for Daisy, the moment he starts getting along with Lucy.
You can't really fault me for not caring about the drama when no one really loves anyone. They just settle.
In short, the characters of this comic are abysmal.
I would make an argument that Mike and Lucy, I don't know if they still do, but there was a certain point where I believe that Mike and Lucy genuinely had a deep love for each other. That they had an unconditional love for each other and they would stick by each other no matter what. That's what made the comic so powerful. That's what made their dynamic so interesting. That no matter how bad things got between them, they would always come back together. That's why Eternal Flame was so exciting, because it was like, all this bad shit happened, and even after all that, they still care about each other. Except I guess not. I guess it wasn't strong enough to beat the stupid plot device that was known as Sandy.
I refuse to believe they were meant to.
I actually wrote a video about the intermission on call that I ended up not making. But I thought on call was a great idea, but I think it was executed in a way that made Mike seem inhumanly stupid. the whole time Mike is thinking about Lucy and he's being really passive aggressive towards Sandy. And I was like, why doesn't he just hang up on this bitch? He doesn't like Sandy right now. He's not happy with her. He's thinking about Lucy. He's thinking about how much she means to him. Just hang up on her. Just fucking hang up on that bitch. Just be like, beep. That's it. That's all you gotta do, brother. It's so simple. Don't even think about Sandy again.
Be horrible people when written, but through a sloppy execution, they just became worse and worse the longer the comic went on. Plus, in terms of how their characters are written, it's just a massive failure. They're so paper thin. Just because you got a background for your character doesn't make them fleshed out. The reason why one can be persuaded to say that a character is fleshed out the more backstory we hear about them is because the more we are exposed to that character, the more traits and personality quirks we see. That is what fleshes out the character.
Teshi does do a lot of flashbacks for characters. Whenever she needs to flesh something out, she'll throw in a flashback to something that happened outside of the or before the main comic. I've noticed that. Like Blur, Lily, Yashi, you kind of have to do flashbacks for those because they were at the comic from the start. But then you have the flashbacks of Paulo being overly mean to Abby, like almost to the point where he's out of character. You've got the flashbacks for the track team, which clearly weren't created until they were needed. So there is a precedent to say that a lot of this stuff does get put in flashbacks, but honestly, I don't think that necessarily means they're not well fleshed out. I think you can have both.
Not that they've just had more screen time. I mean, think about it. What's there to say about the protagonist? She's moody, deaf on one ear sometimes. She needs someone to lean on constantly, and she's a narcissist. That's hardly a character. That's a stereotype. So is the happy book.
These characters did start out as anime stereotypes, though. That's the thing. These characters are based on anime stereotypes. And a lot of this comic is influenced by anime, at least at the beginning. So there it is. And this isn't me speculating. This is stuff that Teshi has said. That some of the stuff was influenced by anime. And I was in the draw stream specifically, if I'm remembering correctly, she said that having Lucy not get the guy was, I think, influenced by an anime.
The cool rascal, the dumb klutz.
But having like the tsundere character, that's a very anime thing.
And the tortured soul. And then there's this motherfucker from Final Fantasy.
That's 1,000,000% an anime thing. Augustus is one of my favorite characters. Of all the characters in this comic, I think he's had the best character arc.
The less said about him, the better.
The final verdict. The writing, 5 out of 10. I would give the overall writing maybe like a 7 out of 10, closer to a 6 than an 8. The art isn't that bad. It really depends on the era, but I would say that the art is it serves the purpose. But I wouldn't say it's bad. I don't like giving number ratings to things, but it's definitely not a 4. The characters 2 out of 10. They're not that bad. I would actually say the characters are pretty damn good. I would give the characters like a 9, an 8 or a 9. But definitely nothing below a 7 for sure. Reading experience, 5 out of 10. Bad reading experience. I guess it's totally up to you how you read it.
The writing is a 5. The idea is there, the execution is not. I can see why...
Alright, now that I agree with. Teshi is really good with concepts. She's really good with ideas. I can't tell you how many ideas... Like, that's why the BCIs are so cool. But in the execution of some things and a lot of things, it doesn't always land. Like with On Call. I think On Call was a fantastic idea. I think it was great that we finally got to see that phone call, but the execution of it wasn't great. And I read what the original phone call was supposed to be, and I think that would have been a lot better than what we got. But the problem is that she repurposed a lot of that dialogue later in the comics, so she couldn't reuse it again. But as far as coming up with ideas, I think she's a very creative person. It's just the execution doesn't always stick. Sometimes the chapters get a little bit lost in the sauce, if you understand what I'm saying. They'll like start out one way, and then they'll like turn around and go another way, or like they'll take a sharp right, and you're like, whoa, oh, we're doing this now, and then it'll jerk again, and you're like, whoa, we're doing this now. You know, we're constantly changing ideas as the chapter goes along.
People will like this, but to me, it's just too much not me for me to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Not every chapter's like that. And I think that comes from the slice of life nature that the comic originally was.
While it does get better, I simply doubt whether or not the writing is worth it at this point. It does get better, yes, but there's still huge problems with the writing, with stuff such as dropped plot lines and gigantic tone shifts. The art is a 4. It's cute, I guess, but there's way too many slip-ups, way too many errors, way too little to catch my eye, way too much fucked up anatomy, and way too little to differentiate the characters for me to not look at it and sigh. The characters are too. Holy shit, stop the boss, cause I want off. These are terrible people, depicted as terrible stereotypes, and you really have to look hard if you want to find anything redeeming in them. All in all, the final reading experience is a 4. You may comment your hate comments now if you haven't already. The best summary I can give of Bittersweet Candy Ball is horrible people pretending to be decent do melodrama badly. While it does get better after a good 400 pages, that's simply too late to save it, at least for me. It has nuggets of other brilliance within it, but I can honestly not suggest reading through the entire thing for those
Read through the whole thing.
nuggets of gold. I simply doubt whether or not it's actually worth it.
It's worth it. You still have like 10 minutes left in the video.
Comic, fine. I won't take that away from you, seriously. You are more than welcome to enjoy this comic and have this comic as your favorite webcomic ever if you want to. All the power to you. Lord knows I've seen that there's plenty of you guys out there. These are just my thoughts on the comic, and if they come across as harsh, it's simply me hoping that we get less of the stupid stuff that is borderline super terrible, and more of the stuff that actually could make this comic amazing.
So, I agree with his notion, but I disagree with his specific examples because they were either taken out of context or that he didn't read the whole thing, and his ideas and stuff were all over the place and conflicting. But I agree that there are legitimate criticisms to be made, and that should be taken into account.
But you're probably already setting up a storm in the comment section, aren't you?
Yes, I am. There I go.
Oh well. All the 3 kings have now been reviewed. The 3 comics you guys have since day one been suggesting.
Oh my god, he's got a gun.
over again.
He's gonna shoot me.
And what I do say was to finish it off with. Guess I'll give you the pussy back so you can complain to him about how I was too mean or some fucking dumb shit.
Oh my god, he's gonna shoot himself. This is me. Oh!
Rather,
wait.
why should I point this gun towards myself? Well, this is much more fun.
Okay, there it is. Alright, I disagree. I was just gonna put, I disagree. This is my final verdicts. What do the comments say? By the way, the trivia thing isn't happening today. Amazil isn't going to be on till 6. Weenie Hut said that he's not going to be able to do it, and I have a movie to catch at 7. But we're gonna keep going a little bit since I do owe you guys a live stream today. And we're gonna be doing some more of a discussion. So if you guys want to like go grab your friends, we're gonna be talking about this some more. Looking back, the melodrama does make a bit more sense when you consider that one of the comics creators has admitted to being bipolar. It would explain why all of these characters are either incredibly angry or incredibly happy, with sharp mood swings that feel both unpredictable yet consistent in nature. It would also explain why the creators are infamous for their stance on criticism, and why the fans are attracted are also infamous as well. Also, while I understand that excessive irony and sarcasm is a technique used to entertain, it does get wearisome after a while. I read for years expecting it to get better. All that happened is it got worse, and the drama, both in the comic and in real life, got more juvenile. Honestly, I just skim it now for the train wreck of a plot. Truth be told, there's a lot of people. Holy shit, I thought you said Moro was bad, but Lucy Moro 2.0. This guy says, reading since 08, honestly, I still only read this because I want to see how it will end. I met Veronica at Anime Boston a few years ago. I bought her shitty $40 book, and she was still rude to me. Man, these people hate this comic. They hate this. I don't even remember the art style was charming until the main themes of the comic started to reveal themselves. There is not a single... There's not a single nice... Oh my god, this guy read a whole... Let's see. This is a lot of outside drama shit. If you think it's rough in 2016, catch up. The main characters are having the romantic moment at the moment, and it's sickening. He's probably talking about Eternal Flame. Guilty pleasure of mine. I realize it's not very good. I still read from time to time. You guys should subscribe to me. All of these guys should subscribe to me. Let's see what the most recent comments are. These guys are very upset. These ones. 2-3 months ago. God, so I read this pretty constantly from 2009 to 2021. So I stopped because the first fucking thing Mike did was try to get back with Lucy. Oh, Live Coil Archive. He actually watches my channel. Oh, I read his thing. Looking back, the melodrama is a bit more... Yeah, so... There it is. The Webcomic Relief review. He was right about some things. Other things, not so much. I think he was making the wrong arguments. For sure. And I feel like there is a way to criticize the comic without going after the author of it. Even though there is a lot to be said about that as well. I mean, shit, I'm like living proof that they can be a little bit harsh towards any sort of criticism. We're over a year into the panel, and we're over a year into me being banned, and they have like gone out of the... Like, I can still access the Candy Boru, but I don't think I can make an account there. My banning on Twitch came up this October, and I'm still banned off of that. Despite everything that I've worked hard towards, which I've really enjoyed making these videos have allowed me to express myself and have helped me become a better editor. So there's that takeaway. However, it does make me sad that I'm still on the outside looking in, and that there really hasn't been... I would like to be unbanned. I would like to reach out and try to come up with something that benefits everybody, because I've put a lot of work into this, and I think the question people should be asking is, why will I get in trouble for talking to this guy who has entertained hundreds of people, who has been fair. I feel like I've been fair about the comic. When there are things that are good about it, when there are things that are bad. I don't really see this as an us versus them. I feel like the BCB community is all the community, and it's not just the people on the Discord. It's the people in the co-threads. It's the people on the fanfiction sites. It's the people who are on the unofficial BCB fan Discords. It's this channel. It's everything makes up the community. Recently, I've caught wind that the Stacy pages are not welcome on the official Discord because of where they came from. It, like I said, it's ironic to me because this community started from a lot of 4chaners. Suitcase is still allegedly an admin on 4chan. They advertised this comic a lot on 4chan. A lot of people were introduced to this comic through those advertisements. There are still official threads for BCB to this day that have been going on. Well, when I say going on for years, they every single page update. I think art should be judged based on the art and not where it came from in this scenario. I feel like the Stacy pages should be fair game because they were really well done, and some people might see it as disrespectful to edit the pages to include another character, and I understand that. I get it. These pages were kind of a fuck you to having Lucy be in this chapter because people didn't want that. But at the same time, they're really well done and they've taken a life of their own. And I think the fact that people were inspired by your comic, that so many people have been inspired by this comic, by the art that Teshi has done, that they want to write their own stories, make their videos about it, make their fan comics about it. I think that's the sort of thing that should be encouraged. Even if it is made from a place of, I think this is how things should have gone. Just because something came from 4chan doesn't necessarily mean it was bad. The cartoons and comics threads are pretty heavily moderated compared to the rest of the website. And I'd only go to the co-threads to get the memes and the pictures off of it. I don't really interact with anyone on there. I've done it a few times, but I more or less just grab the memes and the edits off of the threads and I throw them up in the BCB Fannel Discord. It's really sad that so many people still care about this comic and are like, people are like discouraged from talking to them. Why? Now, I don't think people should be making personal attacks against Suitcase and Teshi. I think that's wrong. Certainly. I don't think anyone should have personal attacks made towards them. That's what a lot of these threads turn into. I don't interact with that shit. I strictly read the comic for the community. I make these videos for the community, for the love of the comic, for myself, for the community that I fostered around them. It's just a shame that what is now a year-old grudge is still continuing, and all the effort that not just me, but other people have put into this comic and being fans, and they're still treated like they're horrible, nasty people. I am still... I know a lot of people in the official spaces know that I'm not a bad guy. And I've been nothing but supportive and kind to everybody. And I try to remain that way. It is just a shame that I am treated like a villain when I haven't really done anything that warrants to be treated like a villain. That the work that I've put into this channel, which I appreciate all the support, it's incredible to me that we've come this far. I am still just seen as a troublemaker. And all I want to do is interact with the community. That's why I made this channel. Because this channel was a space for me to be able to attract the community and I could talk to them again. That's all I want. Is to be a part of that community. That's all I've ever wanted from this. That's why I've done everything that I've done. And my channel, the Discord, has attracted a lot of people that still really like this comic, but they're banned. And they still read the comic. And they still want to talk about the comic. And maybe they don't have the highest opinion of it, but they're still there. They're still talking about it. And I try to keep things positive. I just really wish that it didn't have to be the way that it was. I'd really like to be unbanned. I think a lot of people who know me that are in the official Discord, I mean, I can't speak for everyone. I just feel like it wouldn't be like a, oh god, this guy's unbanned. It would be more of a, holy shit, this guy's unbanned. Like, sick.
Yeah, I tried to upload them, but they got a bit upset and I had to delete them. We can't, let's see. Yeah, they do have some very odd takes on reasons for banning people, often for quite minor reasons, and we can't even bring up your channel or slightly more sensically the co-thread without the messages being deleted. Yeah, I tried to upload the pages, they got a bit upset and I had to delete the pages. This is not... I understand having to prune legitimate bad actors. But they have taken the shotgun approach that is taken to moderating the community, I feel like has done more damage than not. And that a lot of genuinely talented people that could have done a lot are no longer able to actually be a part of that community and do more with the community. I would love to have community members on. I would love to make Kazuna and the Candyverse of Chaos this big, overarching story that's a celebration of the comic and Teshi and Suitcase and the community. That is what that project is supposed to be. Bringing everything together and having everything about the comic, everything come full circle. I'd love to do these dubs. I'd love to have a whole series. I have so many ideas. So many awesome ideas that I simply cannot do. Because I'm cut off at the knees. Because of a year-long grudge that seems to never go away. And anybody that mentions me, people that don't even know why I was banned, are just like, you're not supposed to talk about that person. I heard they were bad. And they don't even know who I am. They've never talked to me. They've never seen my videos. They don't know anything about me. They're just assuming what they were told is true. And I've been down that road. I'm not shaming anybody. I understand how that is to have somebody that you look up to that makes things that you really enjoy have you act and believe things that you wouldn't normally act or believe in. I've been there. And I hurt a lot of people that I shouldn't have hurt by letting somebody dictate to me who is cool and who is not, and who I should interact with and who I shouldn't. I don't think the community has to be run that way. I think that things can change for the better. I believe anyone can change. I think that things could change for the better. You just have to be willing to open up a dialogue. I would love to get the opportunity to try to mend the bridge that got obliterated between me and the community and Suitcase and Teshi, and have them understand that while I have issues with the comic, why would I have gone through all the effort if I was just trying to troll? If I just hated the comic? I spent hours and hours and hours, hundreds of hours making these videos and writing these stories. I put a lot of effort into this stuff to get it done. But it's like none of it mattered because one time, a year ago, I said the comic wasn't perfect. Once. And that was it. And no matter what I do now, no matter how much I promote the comic, no matter how much effort I put into it, none of it matters. Because one time is all it took for them to be like, nope, you're gone. I don't think it's very fair. I don't think it's fair. I can deal with being banned, but the fact that people are not allowed to even talk to me out of fear that they will get in trouble, that's a bridge too far. That's too much. You do not have the right to tell people what they can and cannot do, who they can and cannot talk to, going into my Discord to police the people in my Discord that still wanted to talk to me, that were the official Discord, that still wanted to talk to me because they knew who I was. They knew I wasn't bad and I had no ill intention. And tell them that you mustn't talk to him because he's bad, when they knew it wasn't true. They try to come... This is a very serious conversation. I don't know how to be like, there needs to be a change in moderation without, like, seriously criticizing Teshi and Suitcase. Because I don't have any ill will towards them. I want them to be successful. I want the comic to be successful. I hope that Suitcase feels better. I was watching the most recent draw stream. I hope Teshi feels better. I hope Suitcase feels better. Teshi works her ass off on this comic. She's constantly plugging away at it. I respect the hustle. I respect the grind. I've defended this comic and been like, Teshi puts out consistent updates, 3 updates a week on this webcomic that she writes and draws all by herself. And I don't know. Hey gamer, we're getting ready to wrap up stream. I guess that's all my frustrations out there. I would just like to be unbanned. I would like to just open up a dialogue at least, and talk to, just have there be a discussion with the moderation team. For once, just have there be a discussion to look at the facts, to look at everything, and say, maybe we should unban this guy. Maybe, and it's not even about an apology. It's not even about they made a mistake. It's like, maybe it wouldn't be a net negative to unban this guy. Because I've put a lot of work into these videos. And I appreciate every single view, every single comment, everybody that shows up to these live streams, everybody that enjoys these videos, that enjoys the stories that I write. It really means a lot. I didn't know what to expect from this channel, but I just cannot believe we've come this far with it. This webcomic has inspired me. Really inspired me to get out and start doing voice acting and become a better video editor and become a writer and to get better at storytelling and understanding what works and doesn't work. Why should somebody like that continue to be banned? But like I said, I do everything I do for the community, and I might never get unbanned, and people might never talk to me. But I know people are watching. They can't take this channel down, and they can't stop people watching these videos, and that is a powerful thing. It's the one thing they can't take from me, because it's my turf. But with all that aside, I just wish things could be better between us. And I don't think we're all that different. Yeah, I do worry commenting on videos sometimes that Sue could call me out, and for me simply commenting on a video would never join the server in fear of being banned. They are great people from what I see. They do have some harsh banning takes. But that's just the issue. Why should you get in trouble for watching these videos? What are they afraid of? Why are they scared of me? Why are they scared of people that they've banned? I've been a good boy, you know. I haven't ban evaded. There's a lot of times where I wanted to make a fake Discord account and ban evade, but I haven't done it. Because I want to do things right. And I don't want to betray the community's trust. Because it wouldn't matter if I made an alternate account and I was the nicest person in the world and I was like, you know, this, that, and the other, and nobody ever knew it was me. It wouldn't matter how nice I was. If people found out that it was me, I betrayed everyone's trust. I lied about who I was. But that's all I have to say about that. Unfortunately, it looks like the trivia challenge isn't going to happen today. But we will have it eventually. I have everything set up for it. Let me show you guys. GIMP. So I've GIMP pulled up here. I can like type, you know, type in the question, whatever it is. I can write, pencil, you know. Let's get, there we go. I can like, hold up, there we go. I can like write, you know, keep points. So everything's ready to go. I don't know. But I really appreciate everyone that watches these videos. Even if you can't comment, even if you can't, if you don't talk to me and you don't talk to me on Discord or anywhere else. I think the thing that kept me going was that it was enough to know that these videos were reaching everybody and that people were enjoying them and that I was making some sort of an impact on the outside. It's just a shame it just has to be on the outside. But I do wonder. I wonder if Teshi and Suitcase have ever watched any one of my videos. I wonder if they've ever watched any one of these videos. I would love to know if they did. And I'd love to know which one they watched and what they thought about it. Well, I'm running on fumes here. I really have nothing else to say. Once again, thanks for the support. I'll continue to upload videos. And we will probably do some live streams later this week, reading the rest of the comic. We get to 200 subscribers, I'll do my Augustus cosplay. That's the deal. I want to start taking steps to see if I can get unbanned, but I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know what that's going to be or how I'm going to do that. But there it is. Thank you guys for watching this. I really appreciate it. I genuinely really appreciate it. Let me get rid of this. Oh, well, you can't even read that. Yeah, I'm gonna end stream now. You guys have a great Halloween. You stay safe out there. And get lots of candy, but don't eat too much candy and make you sick. I'm gonna go see Dawn of the Dead later tonight. And yeah,